Hello, my name is Anna, and I'm the owner of the House Managers Network, where we help families live their best lives by connecting them with professional domestic staff, including nannies, housekeepers, house managers, chiefs of staff, personal chefs, and many, many more. Every day, I receive hundreds of applications for our positions, and I see the same common mistakes over and over again. So today, I want to help you stand out by avoiding these resume pitfalls. Here are the top 10 nanny resume mistakes you should avoid to get the interview and the job you want and deserve. In some countries, such as those in Europe, including a photo on your resume is standard practice. However, in the United States, this is not the case. Adding a photo can actually diminish your professionalism and reduce your chances of being considered for a role. Additionally, due to the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission EEOC regulations, photos on resumes can raise concerns about potential discrimination based on race, gender, or ethnicity. To ensure compliance and maintain a fair hiring process, keep the photo out. Remember your audience. Most families who hire nannies are professionals. Using fancy fonts, colors, or graphics on your nanny resume can hurt your chances of getting hired. You are not applying for a graphic designer position. It's best to stick to a clean, professional format with Times New Roman or Arial size 12, black text on a white background. Professionals are seeking polished, easy to read resumes. Fancy fonts and bright colors can look unprofessional or childish, making it harder to take you seriously. Many families use the applicant tracking system, especially if they're high net worth, to filter resumes. Unusual fonts, colors, and graphics can cause formatting errors, making your resume unreadable or even causing it to be rejected automatically. Simple, black text on a white background ensures clear visibility on all devices. Fancy fonts and colors may be difficult to read, especially for those with visual impairments. Lastly, you should focus on your skills and experience, not on distracting designs and elements. Simple formatting keeps the attention on your qualifications rather than unnecessary visuals. By keeping your resume clean, simple, and professional, you increase your chances of making a great first impression and landing the right nanny job you were searching for. Including your full home address on your resume is outdated and unnecessary, and can even be a disadvantage. Sharing your full address exposes your personal information to potential identity theft, scams, or unwanted contacts, especially if your resume is posted on job boards or shared widely. Most employers only need to know your general location to determine if you're a good fit for the job. Instead of listing your full address, include your city, state, and zip code. Your resume should be concise and relevant. The space taken up by your full address could be better used to highlight your skills, experience, or certifications. Your resume summary should be short, specific, and impactful. Writing a long, generic summary can hurt your chances. First, the family should be able to scan resumes quickly, often in seconds. A long, vague summary wastes valuable space and makes it harder for them to see why you're a great candidate. Generic summaries don't stand out. A broad statement like, experienced nanny looking for a great family to work with, Tells potential families nothing specific about your skills or experience. Instead, highlight key details that make you unique. For example, experienced nanny with 8+ years specializing in infant and toddler care, CPR and first aid certified, skilled in Montessori methods, and seeking a full time live out position in New York City. Employers want clarity on what you're looking for. Your summary should be clearly stated whether you're seeking a live in or live out role, your availability, and any special skills that set you apart. Remember, keep it simple and save space for more important information. Your resume should be focused, relevant, and easy to read. Including lengthy summaries of unrelated jobs, like a high school retail or fast food position, can hurt your chances of getting hired as a nanny. Families want to see your nanny and childcare related skills first. Listing unrelated jobs can bury the most important details and make it harder for employers to see why you're a great fit. A better approach might be if you had a non childcare job that helped develop the relevant skills. Briefly highlight those skills instead of listing the job in detail. This can be done in one or two short sentences. For example, instead of listing cashier at Target, you can say, experience managing schedules, multitasking, and customer service in a fast paced environment. Remember, lengthy summaries of unrelated job can take up valuable space and it can make you seem less qualified. A resume filled with non nanny jobs can make it look like you lack childcare experience, even if you have plenty. Focus on nanny roles, babysitting, daycare work, teaching, or anything related to children. Remember, employers care about your childcare skills, not retail skills. Parents want peace of mind, knowing their nanny is prepared for any situation. Listing certifications like CPR, first aid, and child development courses shows you have the necessary skills to keep children safe and nurtured. Many nannies have similar experience, but certifications give you an edge. A family is more likely to choose a nanny who has formal training over one who does not. Emergencies can happen at any time. A nanny who is CPR and first aid certified reassures parents that their child is in capable, prepared hands. Families appreciate nannies who invest in their skills. Listing ongoing training or courses like child psychology, newborn care specialist training, or sleep consulting demonstrates your commitment to excellence in childcare. Many nanny placement agencies and high net worth families require CPR and first aid certifications at a minimum. If you don't list it, you might be overlooked for roles you're otherwise qualified for. The certifications you should list include CPR and first aid, newborn care specialist training, child development or early childhood education courses, Montessori training, positive discipline certification, and special needs training, if applicable. The bottom line is that certifications show families you're serious, skilled, and prepared for this role. Always, always, always include them on your resume to boost your credibility and stand out from the competition. Confidentiality is one of the most important aspects of working in a private home. Listing references directly on your resume can put a family at risk, and it's not considered best practice. Your past employers are trusting you with their personal contact information. Sharing their names, phone numbers, and emails on your resume, especially if you're submitting it to multiple job postings, could expose them to unwanted contacts from recruiters or strangers. By not providing this information, you can control who receives it and ensure it's only shared with serious potential employers. If a potential employer asks for references, you'll have a chance to give your references a heads up so they're prepared to speak about your qualifications. This ensures they're not caught off guard by unexpected calls. If your resume is posted online or sent to multiple agencies, you can't control who sees it. Keeping references private ensures that their contact information isn't misused or shared without permission. The bottom line is, instead of listing references on your resume, write references available upon request. This protects both your references and your professionalism, while still showing you have strong recommendations when needed. A clear, concise, and well organized resume makes a great first impression. Families and agencies often receive hundreds of applications, so keeping your resume short and relevant increases your chances of getting noticed. To put it simply, families just don't have the time to read long resumes. A nanny should be organized and detail oriented, and your resume should reflect that. Keeping it concise shows that you can prioritize relevant experience instead of overwhelming employers with unnecessary details. Also, prevent unnecessary or repetitive information. Your resume is not your full work history, it is a highlight of your most relevant skills and experience. Avoid listing every single babysitting job you've ever had. Instead, focus on your most recent and impactful roles. You should include most recent nanny experience, the last 10 years maximum, key responsibilities and accomplishments, certifications, CPR, first aid, child development, or any relevant classes you took. Special skills, being bilingual or Montessori training, newborn care, and things of that nature are also important. A well structured, easy to read resume makes you look more professional. Families will appreciate the effort you put into making your resume clear, relevant, and to the point. The bottom line is keep your nanny resume short, clear, and relevant. One page is ideal, and 2 pages maximum if you have extensive experience. A focused resume gets noticed faster and helps you land more interviews. Your resume should highlight your professional qualifications, not personal details that are irrelevant to the job. Adding things like marital status, age, hobbies, or religious views can distract from your experience and even lead to unintentional bias in hiring. If it's not relevant to your qualifications, leave it out. Focus on your years of experience and skills, your childcare philosophy, and relevant certifications. This protects you from unintentional bias. Remember to keep your resume professional and focused. The bottom line is keep your resume strictly professional. Only include information that is relevant to the job and leave personal details off your resume to maintain a polished, bias free application. Your resume should highlight your professional qualifications, not personal details that are irrelevant to the job. Adding things like marital status, age, hobbies, or religious views can distract from your experience and even lead to unintentional bias in hiring. If it's not relevant to your qualifications, leave it out. Focus on your years of experience and skills, your childcare philosophy, and relevant certifications. This protects you from unintentional bias. Remember to keep your resume professional and focused. The bottom line is keep your resume strictly professional. Only include information that is relevant to the job and leave personal details off your resume to maintain a polished, bias free application.